special is when we have some fun. We throw it back to putting
No, we're
president.
not putting anybody in perspective. Let's
Nobody
talk
in
about
perspective.
soccer. We got to hurry up. It's 9 o'clock at night. I'm exhausted. Let's go.
Let's give it a couple of minutes, and you know what? Time for me to get a beer, and then we'll get it started.
Gio, what's up?
What's going on, Steve? So they
Nothing
only
much.
make sizes in the jackets because you have all the jackets now.
The jackets fit.
That's right. What's happening, Gio?
What's going on, Tommy? The referee should be tortured. You said in the chat.
That guy should have been tortured and put in jail.
Yeah.
Did we're sending Gio his care package from Milan Club Montreal? Very good.
See, the sweater came directly from Italy. Look. That's Milan.
You're so lucky. Tommy, I ordered the same one and they didn't send it to me.
No, why?
No, we ordered from the Milan store.
Yeah.
You see, I ordered it too and they didn't have my size.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know what,
That
guys?
was nice, that one.
Yeah, those ones are nice. I hope they give us another deal anytime soon. Steve, am I delayed? Am I good? How does it look right there?
Oh, you're good.
Man, guys, it's a 7-year-old computer and it's working fine. But cari amici sportivi, welcome to another Patreon special where we always have the regular guys, Gio, Tommy, Stevie P. Thank you for joining us. We try to put it at these times, but our friend Andre from Russia is like, it's a little late. We're gonna do another one, just me and you guys, for the European guys. But guys, we're here to talk about today's game, and let's get directly into it. Steve, I'm gonna start off with you. I want to start off by, you know what, I'm gonna just name off the starting lineup, but I want to get your feelings before game, right? Seeing up front, Diaz, Ibrahimovic, and Castillejo, Tonali, Benacer, and Krunic, and then you had Calabria, Kajarek, Romagnoli, and Dalot. What were your feelings seeing the starting lineup before you saw the game today? Were you like still optimistic, a bit nervous for seeing the starting lineup? Take us through your feelings.
No, I wasn't nervous. I'm nervous because I think Zlatan needs a rest. But obviously he decides when he plays and when he doesn't play. But besides that, I didn't mind the lineup. I think there was enough rotation done. I think Theo needed a rest. Hakan obviously needed a rest. He was not 100% against Roma, and I don't think he should have started that game. But besides that, I like giving Kessie a rest. Even I have no idea why he brought him on in the second half, to be very honest with you. But I was okay with the lineup. I liked it.
How about you, Tommy? Seeing this kind of, Kessie resting, all the guys resting, except for Ibra, but you felt good looking at the starting lineup?
I loved Benacer today. Benacer was for me the best player on the field. Right.
I love how I asked Tommy what were his feelings before watching the game. Benacer today was number one.
I always feel good. You know what? I'm enjoying this year. I'm really enjoying watching Serie A, watching Le Coppe. I feel happy. Like Juventus yesterday got beaten at Torino, and that was very beautiful.
How much time did it take for him to mention Juventus? So
they can't get a clear win in Serie A. That's beautiful. Contro Crotone, they can't win at all.
Well, thank you.
Chiesero un bidone.
Okay, you're gonna have your time, Tommy. We're just starting about the starting lineups. Gio, how about you? I know you're muted right now, but Gio, how did you feel looking at this lineup? Was it a good rotation according to you?
Yeah, I like the rotation, but man, come on, Zlatan, you're 40, my dude. Like we need you versus Udine, teams like that we have a hard time. They're like the little bogey teams. At 3:30 in the morning over here in California, we don't show up. We get smashed. That's where we need you. Right there, Serie A. You say you want us to win Scudetto, then relax. Just focus on that. If we can't beat Sparta Prague with our young talent, then we're going in the wrong direction.
It's very well said, But in the end, even looking at before, because let's be honest, Steve, Ibra did not have the greatest of match. You could have seen that, I'm not going to say lost a step, but you're going to have those kind of games, right? thank God we scored that second and third goal, but that was a golden opportunity to really, like, put a hammer down on the game with a two up nothing on the penalty itself. But a right decision to sub him off in the second, Steve, like right off the bat with Leao.
Yeah, but I disagree. I think he had a good game. Just because he misses a penalty shot and gets subbed off at halftime doesn't mean that he had a bad game. You sound like one of those English pundits.
Not
all over the web.
Okay, so maybe not up to par as what we've seen Ibra do in the last couple of games.
Vinny.
Yes, he served up a great pass.
We played Sparta Prague that has not played a competitive match in a month.
So are you saying that it was not a case of Milan being good? It was a case of Sparta Prague being really bad?
It's a combination of both. It's obvious.
Okay, Tommy.
I don't know how else you could watch that game. You guys, that's Sparta Prague. They have not played 90 minutes of soccer in over 1 month.
No, they played a couple of weeks ago in the Europa League.
It's a month. It's a month that the game is. It's a month that they're not playing competitive soccer.
So okay, but did you still like the performance today? Yes or no?
Yes, but you have to be able to watch the game without your Milan sunglasses on.
Okay, are you going to tell me that? Okay, so you're telling me Zlatan for you had a good game, but just for missing the penalty. I unfortunately I thought he did not have the Ibra touch he had today. What I'm getting at is that he could have been off the bench from the first minute. Tommy, do you agree, or would you have went with the exact? Are we with Steven saying Zlatan was okay today, just missed a penalty?
Zlatan was okay. I didn't see anything wrong with him. Actually, he set up the first goal.
True.
No. Me, Zlatan, for me, should play all the games.
Okay. Gio, do you think he was off? He was off today, or are you with Stevie and Tommy?
No, he was okay. I mean, but I just rather him rest because at the end of Roma, he was huffing and puffing. I mean, I know he's Zlatan and he defeated COVID, but he needs to know, like, we need him in Serie A when we need to break down those things, and then he's going to take 2 defenders, and then somebody's going to be wide open to do some damage.
That's why I didn't have a problem getting him subbed out at halftime. Let's talk before we get into the layout. Steve, what a performance by Diaz. And I want to get your perspectives on Tonali because I really paid attention to Tonali today. And wow, what a difference. I hope it is a question of time. But before we get into Tonali, Stevie P.
What game did you watch, though?
Steve,
did you watch?
Tonali was fantastic compared to what we've seen in the last couple of days.
It was good.
Honestly, come on. Please.
Steve, come on.
Guys.
Even the stats that he came up with.
Guys, stats is not everything. A lot of wasted balls, a lot of balls. Guys, we played a Sparta Prague that has not played in a long time. I expect more from Tonali, guys. I'm going to be very hard on him. I'm not going to be that Milan homer that just because we signed him, he's the next thing of sliced bread. He sat next to Benacer, who was Benacer today. Let's not talk about Tonali, guys. Talk about Benacer. Because Benacer was a man among boys today. And Tonali had a chance today because it wasn't a very good team.
Okay.
Wasn't a very good team. And he had a lot of bad giveaways. And he had a lot of... Guys, if Tonali at this level cannot score that chance that he missed, we have some serious problems. It's not the 20 years old. It's not the growing up. These are your chances that you have to take if you want to be a starter. You're not going to be a starter if you don't bury those chances.
I'm sorry, Steve. I totally disagree. I just find that the chance missed 100%. I'm with you. And I think he went the easy way on that one. But I've seen today from Tonali a lot better. I'm not saying that he's at his full potential. What I'm saying is that it's a Tonali that he's starting to grow. That's the way I'm saying. Tommy, I don't know. What did you think about Tonali?
No, yeah, I saw Tonali after the game. Actually, I heard him. He had an interview on Sky Live, and he said that he still doesn't have that 90 minutes in his legs. So you're just going to have to give him time. That's what he said.
I think
he played better than he has.
Steve, can you admit he played better than the last ones?
It's not enough for me. I'm sorry, it's not enough.
No, you're entitled to that. Gio, how about you? Do you find that he's at least bettered himself from the last games, or are you with Steve that it's still not good enough?
No, I mean he was like when he did that back pass to Kajar. Remember when Kajar had?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, that was early in the game. I was like, oh my god, man, he's still.
Rewatch the game again. Rewatch the game again, but rewatch. Don't look for all the positive things. Look at the bad things. And unfortunately, Vinny, there's more bad than good. Everybody on this chat, I see them.
Yeah.
I see them. Tonali was great today, guys. You have to watch games and you have to look at what people do for 90 minutes.
But Steve, can they be on the same opinion of me as that he was better from all the other games? He did a lot of mistakes. I'm with Gio on that back pass and you that open net. But you cannot, you have to admit he played better than the previous games.
But we shit on Leao for the exact same reasons. So why Tonali gets a pass and Leao doesn't?
It's a fair point. It's a fair point.
I'm sorry, you're wrong. You could have your opinion, but you're wrong.
No, look, that's what we said about Bakayoko 2 years ago. He had 5 awful games, and then he came out shining.
Okay.
But Bakayoko and Tonali is two different things. Two different ages, two different types of players.
Leao and Tonali as well. They're two different
things.
If you're going to be hard on Leao, you have to be hard on Tonali.
You know what? I'm Youssef. I don't know if you've been here. Youssef, I don't know what time it is in Kuwait. I don't know what time it is in Kuwait. But right now,
I actually had to set up the alarm, and I ended up snoozing. So just
you're fired.
We're discussing the performance of Tonali today. Steve is still not impressed. I'm saying that he was better than the other games. Gio and Tommy, 50-50. How about you, Youssef? What were your impressions of Tonali today?
Not impressed.
Okay.
Absolutely not impressed, because you can tell that he has more, but like I haven't been there in the stream before, so I don't know what was said.
No, okay, but what we're saying is my debating is that I'm not saying he was fantastic today, but he was better than the other games. Stevie P is saying, and I will give him that. If we're going to shit on Leao the way we've been shitting on Leao, we should be giving the same treatment to Tonali. Now,
yes.
So let's put it this way. Guys. Steve, in that train of thought, would that mean that if we've been shitting on Leao the way we shit on Tonali, so even though today Leao, for me, had a great performance, it's still not good enough because I need to see consistency. Steve, is that what you're going to say about Leao today, or what were your thoughts about Leao today?
Leao was good, and again, he's gonna get the praise because of the goal and the assist. But again, you have to weigh the competition that you're playing, and you have to weigh things that didn't go our way. Right? We were sloppy, guys. We were sloppy with the ball. It's a 3-0 win, but it shows that your opposition wasn't match ready. So I'll give you an example with Leao. Leao had some great runs and great thing. I forgot who put a ball over the Sparta Prague defense, who was absolutely double A, if anything, today. Double A defense today. And Leao couldn't take down the ball. If you change that game and it's not a round-robin game and it's a semi-final game, or it's a quarter-final game, or it's a knockout game, that's a wasted chance.
Okay,
but everything else gets erased because we're all with stats and we're all with possession.
I'm not saying it's getting erased, Steve. I'm not saying
no. But you said before, with Tonali, look at the stats. I am not a stat guy. Okay, I'm not Steve, a stat guy.
What I'm getting at is that if you look at Tonali's stats from today and you look at
Leao's stat guy,
can you at least agree that they both had better games that they had before?
No. Leao had a better game. Tonali did not have a better game.
Okay.
Tonali is at par maybe with the games that he's featured in. Oh. Because you get a chance to start if you're Tonali and you're starting next to Benacer and you have a game like you had today against a very weak opponent, the coach doesn't trust you going forward.
Okay. Tommy,
you're gonna suffer.
Yeah, it was better than Castillejo. Castillo has to go.
No, Castillejo. Like I know some of the guys have come. Castillejo today. It was.
Not mad, bro. I'm sorry to say, this guy does not belong there.
He's just like you can see his heart, but just running around. Gio, how about you? Your thoughts of Castillejo today, or?
Ooh, I said it last week. I was like, besides the assist last week, what did he do? He didn't even have effort today. That effort that everybody was praising him, that they wanted him instead of Suso because he was running back. All I see him was running back like that, running, not doing anything. I didn't even notice that he was on the field until the guy, because I watch it in Spanish. So they say, "Oh, Castillejo." When Brahim Diaz did that 360 and he passed it, he was like, "What the hell, Castillejo?"
And
like
then
you can't miss
Castillejo,
a, yeah.
then Castillejo, he just had to make a little pass, and he's a banana. That was a banana.
Yeah.
Yes. Mo trusting on the comments saying Tonali did what was asked of him. The criticism is just unjustifiable. What are you expecting of him exactly? Youssef, I'm gonna ask Youssef because you're on the same train thought of Stevie P. What do you expect of Tonali?
I'm expecting diagonal balls, pinpoint diagonal balls to the flanks. I'm expecting more control of the tempo. Increasing the pace, decreasing the pace of the entire team. I'm expecting more confidence. I'm expecting for that role. I'm expecting a guy who has control or possession of the ball. Even under pressure, you feel that he has the time to look up and play like a combination pass or something that shows or tells me that this guy has something special.
No, it's a fair criticism, but Steve, are we asking too much of a 20-year-old?
And just one point before you move on.
Yes.
Speaking of statistics, if we're going to depend on statistics, the best Portuguese striker in Italy right now is Leao.
Yeah,
all right. So okay,
guys, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know what, guys? Let's twist the tables. Steve, how about the performances of Krunic and the Diaz today? Krunic, once again, we've always said on this podcast, hey, he does his job. He's the jack of all trades. I can't, even Diaz today. But let's start with Krunic. Did you like his performance? Forget, let's say, specific players. Those were my suggestions. But anybody that impressed you today?
Krunic was good. Krunic, as long as I don't hear his name, he did his job.
Okay, that's a way to go from over there. Tommy, who impressed you the most today?
The defender, Dolot, whatever his name is.
Whatever. Dalot,
yeah. This guy came out today, and he was good.
That was a very nice performance from Dalot. How about you, Gio? Anybody come positive performance today?
Diaz, man, that 360. Oh man, how could Castillejo not finish that off, man?
I know that was bad on Castillejo, but
that's what Paqueta tried to do, but he couldn't finish it. But Diaz, and stuff. And today he didn't keep hold of the ball like he was in the last game that he started. So I guess he's learning more.
So it's good that you brought up Paqueta. So
yeah, go ahead.
We had this discussion. We talked about it a lot of times on the podcast where it's important to learn the language. Today, on Milan's live feed there through Milan channel, Leao's post-game interview was all done in Italian.
So that's a good sign right there, Steve?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, you're in Italy. So you don't have to be like Ronaldo. Ronaldo is in Italy. He's been there for now, 2-3 years. He can't even speak a word of Italian.
Juve.
È una vergogna. This is a complete vergogna.
We are 19 minutes in. It's been the second job at the Juventus by Tommy. I know there's going to be another one. Youssef, I didn't ask you. Who impressed you the most today in today's game?
Hear me out about Diaz. I'm going to say something first, but please, Stevie, don't jump on me, okay? 1 second. We have a second coming of Dybala if this guy reaches his potential. If he wants to stay with Milan, this guy is something else.
Okay. So
Uh,
you're comparing him to Dybala. I'm saying the next
I
maybe.
am.
Okay.
I am.
He's
We
better
all-
than Dybala.
He's not at the same level as Dybala right now, but he has the potential. Now the thing is, this guy he himself needs to want to stay in Milan and not go somewhere else, because the atmosphere, the environment is perfect for him to reach such level. And
Okay.
and
But-
this guy is, because his attitude is fantastic, his basic skills. I'm not talking about the fancy things now. Only the basic skills is fantastic. His tactical awareness is acceptable and needs to be worked on. But overall, as a package, this guy has massive potential. My only problem with him is he's on a dry loan and money. He will cost maybe, if he keeps on performing at this level, it's going to cost us at least 50 million.
No, I don't think 50.
Steve, no, Dalot is the one that's on the dry loan with no option to buy. I don't know if guys on the YouTube, if you could let us know. I believe Diaz is on the same kind of.
Diaz is dry, sick.
Dry loan,
Real
right?
Madrid,
No.
they're not giving us anything anymore. Real Madrid got screwed once with Theo Hernandez.
Okay, so Steve,
Real
let me-
Madrid will not use.
Okay,
will
so
not
let
get
me take your exact words. You said at the beginning of the year, give us all these players. I don't care, right? As long as we get to Champions League. So let's just say guys like the Dalos, guys like the Diaz, super perform. What do you do after that? Where do we go from there? We're gonna lose these players. There's
You
no
have
options.
cards. You have no cards. You have to make champions. You have to buy again.
So these are
Look
the
at
kind of,
Inter. Inter did it. They had Rafinha for a couple of months just to get them to Champions League. Never seen again. They did the whole thing with Cancelo. Never seen again. That's what it is. You have to accept these dry loans, because that quality of player you don't have in your system right now. But then in the end, you have to either make a deal, and again, we don't have that opinion. We don't have that luxury anymore. Real Madrid will not get caught again. They could either do us a humongous favor, or maybe make one of those deals where we take him at a price that suits us right now. But if we ever sell him, they have the first option to buy him and at a reduced cost. Or we sell him and they take 20%, right?
okay.
So
Yeah.
those are not good. Those are not good for your financial fair play numbers.
But you right now, what I'm asking you is, like, if Diaz and Dalos super perform this year, would you have it any other way? It's like, okay, you know what? They helped us. Like you're saying, the Inter model, you've helped us come to a certain spot, and we'll buy some other players to replace you of the same quality or better.
But then you're starting all over. It's not the perfect formula. You have no choice. The goal for Milan, and I repeat, is to make it to Champions League. Am I happy with that? Absolutely not. I fight with everybody day in and day out on YouTube comments. You're too negative, Steve. You're too tough. You're always talking about negative. It's because, guys, I will repeat it. Myself, Steve Polillo, will never be happy with Milan just making it to Champions League. It's not in me. I want to win the Scudetto. I want to win the Europa League. I want to win Coppa Italia. I want to win the Champions League. I hate that Inter is the only Italian team with the treble. I hate that Juventus, those liars, stealers, have the most Scudettos. I'm happy that Milan is the team that has the most Champions League, and I want to keep it that way in Italy.
Okay.
That's what I did. So everybody who constantly busts my balls about the negativity, it's because I demand excellence from this team. This crest, excellence. That's what I want. Not Young Hong Lee, not stupidities of Ragnick. I want excellence.
He's saying that Mo saying still with good vibes, but Inter had an option on both players. Steve, where are you getting your info from? But saying that in a positive
But
manner.
it's not, you see, like that's another one there. Going again and fine picking. They took him. They had an option, yes, but they took in everybody that they needed to get to the Champions League. This is the problem with today and social media. Everything is nitpicked. It's very simple. You need to get somewhere to make money because money is what's going to get you out of the problems and what's going to get you in the limelight for other players to want to come to your team. That's all it is. You got a dry loan option. La Scopa di Minghia. I'm all worried about that. I want to go to the Champions League.
There's only one thing I'm going to tell you about Linda. They're going to go nowhere. And this Conte is not going to go nowhere. This Conte is only good in Italy or in England. Only in his own Premier League, but that's it. And in Champions League, he's a big fat zero. And he's going to show it again this year. He's going to be booted out like last year. A big fat zero. This guy's a disgrace. A disgrace to Inter. Thank God that Milan never took him. I would have never taken him. I prefer Pioli.
But it's funny we were asked this at the beginning when we chose him.
Pioli never had a team like Conte had, that he went to Juventus, or like a lot of managers had.
I love it. I love it. We just twist and turn all these stories. We're talking about Milan, but Tommy, twice to Juventus, one to Inter. But in the end, we're the ones on top. Gio, are you with Stevie P on these ones that, yes, you're happy about the performances, but no, you're not going to settle for just a Champions League qualification. It's this, you want trophies, and it's enough. It's been enough time that we've waited for all these trophies.
I mean, just look at the panel. I mean, I think we're 35 and up over here. So we see Milan be great. Scudetto dominate in Europe. You think, like, what are we? We Arsenal that they want Champions League? No, we need to strive for more. Maybe that's the set goal for today, this year, because we need the money, and then we need to, bring in talents and want Haaland to come in here. Players like that we're gonna need if we're gonna raise that Champions League trophy again. But it's just for this year. Would I want to win the Scudetto this year? Yeah, but with all this COVID, and I don't know if everybody's gonna stay fit, but that's always the goal coming into the season, is to lift up the Scudetto every year.
So, Youssef, I know that you share a lot of the same type of feelings as Stevie. Do you think, you're saying like our generation, is it maybe us nitpicking is because of our age and because we're fed up of watching this Milan last 9 years? Now you're making us believe, and we're going to nitpick everything because we do want trophies. We're not just going to settle for a qualifications. Are you on the same page?
Absolutely. We lived like the enjoyment of lifting, at least for me, 2003 and 2017. I was into Milan so much that I remember every single bit of it. We come from the days of having the greats of Sidorf, Maldini, Kaká, you name it. And then we enter into the banter era, and then now that
Kevin
we're
Constant, that's what we have to say.
and who's the other guy? Look at the different Algerians we have, at least coming from an Arab. Okay, we had that left back. What was his name?
Mesbah.
And look now, we have Ben Nasser. Even in that, we are different. But like. I wish, like you mentioned, we are all above 35, and I'm just hoping that before 40, at least we're playing in the Champions League final. Because look at the age of these players. Imagine a Theo Hernandez at 27. Imagine Ben Nasser at 27. The likes of Kessié and Diaz, if he stays. Even Donnarumma he's not at his peak. Imagine that. Just imagine that. It's mind blowing. We are the youngest team in Europe, and we're playing this way. It's just gonna go up.
Today their average is 22 years old.
Youngest team What a 39-year-old, but
Imagine.
So so it definitely we're probably going to be finishing first spot in this Europa League. Steve, I liked how you're saying that people don't get too excited because the Champions League eliminated teams will still come on into this Europa League. But in the end, are you still with the same mentality that you would concentrate more on the Coppa Italia than the Europa League, even after I get it. It was mostly of a Prague being very poor than Milan being very superior. But are you still with the same thoughts? Let's go with the Coppa Italia, try to win that trophy, and like you would say, Scudetto, Coppa Italia, Europa League. Are you still with that train of thought?
No, my train of thought is anything to get me into the Champions League first. Scudetto, Europa League, Coppa Italia.
Tommy, do you agree?
I agree. I just don't want them to get into it. I agree with Steve on a lot of things. For me, I don't want just Milan to get into the Champions League. I want them to win it. That's what I want to see. Because remember, I remember back when Berlusconi bought Milan. I know you guys are going to say it's a long time ago, whatever, but he said this plan was to bring in Milan on il tetto del mondo. And he did. Because believe me, if he wasn't going to buy Milan, I've seen Milan even prior before that he took them over. It was a complete disaster. We would have never seen all these Champions League that they won and these Scudetti, forget it. Because when he wasn't there, it was a disaster. He took them, and in a year, he brought them to the thing. That's what I want to see. I want to see them going back.
We just want to see them back on top. And to Tim on YouTube, Tim, fellow Patreon, he was asking a question on YouTube about Tonali. So re-listen to the beginning. You'll get our comments from over there. But in the end, guys, we do have a game on Sunday. I don't know how crazy this is. A game on Thursday, a game on Sunday at 6:30. On top of that, I know Youssef, you probably watch it at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3. Amy's great. Poor Gio, 3:30 in the morning. Gio, are you waking up at 3:30 in the morning?
I've been waking up for the last.
You should.
I've been waking up for the last, as long as they've been on TV and illegal streams that I have. I'm always waking up to watch the team. It doesn't matter.
Fantastic.
If I'm drinking the night before, I'll just stay up drinking.
What a guy. Stevie and Tommy, I know we'll be there at 6:30 in the morning. Youssef, what time is the game for you guys there in Kuwait?
2:30 p.m.
Beautiful from over there, but
which is a bit early, honestly. We're used to the 11, 10:30 kind of time, p.m. time.
So you get it from that time there. Stevie, you're going to be up, right? The kids are going to be up. You're going to be watching on the iPad or the... trying to sneak in the game on the TV?
Probably TV, 6:30.
All right. Guys, honestly, I love these little get-togethers. Nice and short. We get to talk about our live reactions to the game. But let's go with some maybe... First, I know some people always wanted to bring it back. Tommy, please, for all of your fans, all 6 of them, this week in Cadaver history, who do you have in mind for a cadaver in history?
A guy that came to Milan in 2002 from Barcelona, a one-legged man, because this guy only had his left leg to shoot. You never the right leg. We would never see it.
Who are you talking?
This guy was a guy that scored 36 goals before he came to Milan. The year before he came to Milan. This guy's name is Rivaldo.
No.
I remember.
Kick me out of the stream.
Wait,
I remember Ancelotti's face.
Tommy, hold on a second.
He was just looking at himself like, what the hell's going on? He would slow up his whole game. He put him in Bandini. You never saw him anymore.
Stevie is disagreeing with your bidone in the cadaver history. Why, Stevie? Rivaldo was not good at Milan. You
cannot put him in. You cannot put Rivaldo and cadaver in the same sentence.
What?
He's got a point, Tommy. He's got a point.
No. Me, I'm talking about when they come to Milan. I don't care what he did about Barcelona, what he did to
But
Barcelona,
that's
or
at
what he
the
did
end
to
of their
Brazil.
careers,
I
and
don't
it's
give a damn.
over and it's
He was
done.
a pilota at Milan. And even Ancelotti said, this guy, I can't put him out here. He's slowing down all my game. And the fact is that the last game he played was against La Lazio. He subbed him. He put Inzaghi. Milan was losing 1-0. They came back and won 3-1. And that's it. You never saw Rivaldo ever again. Figa.
So there's Tommy's cadaver this week in cadaver history, but yeah, I get Steve where he's coming from, but he was not very good at the. Not very good, and you know that Tommy actually went to watch that game when they were losing 1-0 against the Lazio, and they came back 1 from there. Stevie P, we do play on Sunday. It's Udinese, I believe. Any predictions? How are you feeling about the upcoming game on Sunday?
No, I don't bet and I don't predict my own team.
That's my job from over there. But how about, are you expecting a strong performance? Let's go with that.
Yeah, I expect them to come out and again show a little bit of grinta. Today was a little bit of grinta, but the opponent wasn't up to par. But against Udine, they're always tough. They always break balls, and I think Milan's gonna come out strong.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys this final question. Out of all the players that were substituted today, the rotation, if you could put one player on the starting lineup on Sunday, Steve, who would be that one player that you would change around?
Diaz.
Tommy.
Castillejo.
You would put. Well, hold on. Did you understand my question? Okay, I said out of the rotating players, who would you put?
I almost went back to sleep, Tom.
I'm saying, who would you put differently than our regular starting lineup? Tonali for Kessie?
No.
Who are you taking? Okay, so who are you taking out of the regular starting lineup to put Tonali?
Krunic.
Krunic is not part of the starting lineup.
He was playing last week.
Krunic was starting today.
That's true.
Today.
Okay, so you would start Tonali. Gio, how about you? Anybody today that from the rotating players, who would you like to see start on Sunday?
I'll put in Diaz because I don't even know what I don't know. I don't think Hakan is 100%. He needs to just chill and relax, and then because he does more damage with Roma, we were down to 10 men because I don't know what he was doing. But if Diaz would have came in that game at least for 45 minutes, at least for 20 minutes, he could have done something. But I would put Diaz if Hakan is not 100%.
I like that idea there. How about you, Youssef? Are you with Gio and Steve, or did you see anybody today that you would like to see?
I'll suggest an unpopular opinion there. I would actually let Theo know that he's not the only left back in this team, and put Dalot there. Because Dalot had a good performance, and because Hernandez, I think, seems recently to be very sure that he has his own spot. So just to mix it up and spark it up and give Theo a little slap that tells him, "Come on, wake up."
I actually like that. You know what? Let's finish off with that one. Steve, do you agree with Youssef? I like that idea. Just a little friendly competition, no?
We're not at that level yet to play these games.
Okay. Tommy, how about you? Are you with Youssef there? We'll put Dalot instead of Hernandez just to show him, hey, you need to shape up. The last couple of games you didn't do 100%.
Yeah, of course. If somebody has a good performance, why not?
Okay. How about you, Gio?
Damn. Nah, man, I love Theo, man.
I love him too. Come on.
But he's got to know now, if he didn't see Dalot's performance, he's got to know now that his spot is up for grabs. So he has to come out fighting.
But I do like the idea, guys. But once again, thank you so very much for joining everybody tonight, live from Kuwait, from California, from Montreal. Tommy, what are we posting there, Steve? Serie said down. Theo needs to wake up call, and this game continues to. Steve, were you on their podcast shirtless? I saw that on Twitter.
Yep.
You pulled a shirtless podcast. Good for you. Good for you.
Frank
I'm sure they had
lost
thousands
Thanks.
of views after that.
Things that you cannot unsee,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Frank had some connection problems. You know what that's like, right? Vinny?
Yes.
So Richard was kind of stuck, and I was in their chat, and I said, "Richard, send me the link." So he sent it to me, and I was actually going to bed, and I stayed up and helped
What
him
a
finish it
trooper.
off.
What a trooper. Guys, thank you so very much, even for an unannounced little video. Still 33 live viewers, a couple of people on Facebook. We appreciate it. Hopefully, Presidente... Now, did he send this message already about our voice quality, Steve? Nothing yet?
Nothing yet.
Guys,
I
next time...
just would like to say one thing.
Go ahead.
I hope we don't pay from Deulofeu. I hope Deulofeu against Udinese doesn't punish us because we didn't take him. He's probably gonna play against us with Udinese. I hope they don't make him play at all.
I thought you were gonna trash Juventus. Where they're
I'll tell you one thing. This year, actually, I'm enjoying watching Serie A. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying watching the demise of Juventus. This guy, they brought in this guy that was supposed to be the Messiah coming from I don't know where, Pirlo, Maestro delle Palle.
No.
Let me tell you something. Il Maestro dei Coglioni. Because this guy hasn't coached no one. Apart from one game he coached, which he got trashed with his under 23 when he played in Monza. One game he had coached, and he got trashed 5-1. And then he comes in, he's supposed to save Juventus. Ma che save? I mean, Juventus is at the end of an era. At the end of their this year, they're lucky if they finish sixth. La Juventus, the only way they're gonna win, I always said it. Referees giving him the calls. Vingono a tavolino.
Steve, why did we give him the option to join Patreon? He's got his own like channel from over here. But I thought you were gonna talk about La Tripleta of offsides.
What tripleta of what? Tripleta, they're gonna win nothing.
Vinny.
But you know that these guys since 1996 they've been five times in the final of Champions League. Non hanno vinto un cazzo di niente.
Tommy, I try to keep
la merda sta Juventus, hai capito?
I'm trying to keep these ones short to give Stevie a break so he can go to bed. Gio, what did you want to say?
Oh man, shout out to the GOAT getting that vice president job, Franco Baresi, my GOAT.
Yeah,
the best defender of all time.
Franco Baresi and
El Capitano.
And by the way, guys, if you guys join Patreon, whether than like these kind of specials, I share some old videos of old games or documentaries on Patreon. But Steve, this week, Presidente hacked our Patreon, and the patrons got an exclusive look to the finances of Milan, and he made sure they told everybody, do not share this file. And this was very, very sensitive information, guys. But these are the kind of things that you get for a $3 a month subscription. Thank you so very much, guys, for coming out. Yusuf, thank you for staying up at this time or even waking up at this time. We truly appreciate it. And Tommy, I'm glad that you joined Patreon so you could give your couple of minutes of yelling and screaming at Juventus.
La Juventus ce l'ho sempre. Mi stanno sopra le palle.
Gio and Yusuf don't speak Italian, but they understand exactly what you're saying.
It sounds fantastic.
It sounds fantastic.
There, in other words, I'll translate it. They're riding on my balls, these guys. Really.
Tommy would say Google Translate. Guys,
I'll say just so 1 second. I'll say something in Italian. Vaffanculo Giacomelli.
Hey, they speak Italian in Kuwait. I love it. Guys, have yourselves a great evening. Thank you very much for joining, and stay tuned for Monday, where me and Steve will be on and talking about Sunday's game. Ovunque sempre. Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.